American. He was just telling me about he's been doing anti-government land rides for decades.
God bless him.
Sounds like you're still. Did you stay up all night or what?
Yeah, I ended up laying down, but not really getting any sleep. But that's okay. We're good.
So I guess the route's going to be up the 80. Actually, they're not going to be going off on a frontage road or anything. So this gentleman was telling me. So it'll be pretty straightforward.
Cool. So you've been up all night as well?
And I mean, I got a little bit of shut eye, but it wasn't much.
Yeah, me too. You know, now it's basically shut eye, not sleep. Rest.
Yeah.
So everybody's starting to show up then, getting ready for the 5 o'clock jump off.
Yeah, I don't know how big the crew is going out of here, but it's not going to be much, I don't think. Morning, sir. How you doing? Chuck I'm Carson City. Yeah, we're streaming it on the internet right now to a hangout on Google. So we're just trying to make sure it's well documented and showing people, really whoever wants to watch around the country, what's going on around here. No, I wouldn't say we are concerned citizens. Well, we're glad you stood up and decided to do something about the problems we're having. No grazing at all, right? Right. That's what we heard. Yeah, you're on. I mean, that's all right. I'm sorry. Right, I saw that article and right. You expect to ride out with some more people tonight or today, or not till we get to Carson? Okay. Well, something we couldn't really get a good understanding of reading the articles on the internet and whatnot was no, it's the media for sure. the media silence is pretty astounding. This has been reported in okay. Today? Okay. But in Carson and Reno, none of the papers had anything on it up till Saturday, so I know. Yeah, right. That's what we were surprised at how quickly it got organized, but apparently it was all getting organized prior to anyway. Because like you're saying, like we read, the petition started 2 weeks ago. 6 weeks ago. As it should. As it should.
So, HTP, can you ask them how many riders do they expect this first morning?
I think this is really it. I think this is the riders for this morning up to Carlin. just going to be these two gentlemen, it looks like, and then there's going to be the gentleman behind them on the bike. I haven't seen any other vehicles pull up yet, but and then me.
Alrighty. Well, while they're getting ready, can you kind of sum up what that gentleman said, because we really couldn't hear him?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm sure this mic sucks. So he was just explaining their process and how they went up their thoughts and getting this all put together and getting this done using the First Amendment and using all parts of the First Amendment with the press and everything. They did the tour, explained about the tour, taking the press out in the assemblyman to show them the actual grassland that was out there earlier in the week, and then they've used the petition process. And obviously they're finishing up here, and the gathering, protest process as well, and then praying, and freedom of religion and everything. So just really encompassing all the First Amendment, everything in the First Amendment as part of this.
Well, I just think this is things that start out small tend to snowball. Look at what's happened with Bundy, and if they wake more people up to it, to try and get their grievances heard,
And that gentleman is the county commissioner on the front of that article, the guy in the white shirt. So I can't remember his name, but if you look that article up, that's that gentleman just spoke to us. He just said that there's an article in the Wall Street Journal today, so you might be able to check in on that and see if you can pull that up. But that's some new news, because it definitely hadn't got beyond Central Nevada from what I have read so far.
Yeah, well, as of yet, maybe like you said this morning with the Wall Street Journal putting out an article, maybe more people will pick it up. But I know that, and he's one of the county commissioners?
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's one of the commissioners.
God, so to have one of a government official, local government, which is the best part, but up there standing up to and the feds is an awesome thing to see. Just watch out for the horse patties.
Yeah, there's a few around here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all. Yeah, Can I get to the top of this? And this gentleman here, he's got a list of all the. He does a report in the local paper, and there's his name up top there. You see Manuel. Kuchum, and that'll be in the Elko Daily. You can type that in directly, and he's got a list of articles having to do with the land issues, and particularly the Native American side of it.
Awesome.
Oh, yes, it'd be great. To demonstrate that and he's going for years to happen. And I think he's good friends that Gerald, chairman of the Shoshone Indians in this area, is going to participate today. And Gerald is also the chairman of the 27th tribe, the Inner Tribal Council, which and next is his mule skinner. He'll be driving the team of mules and the chuck wagon today.
and he's helping us out. I used to call him Costanero, but he doesn't like that. Then my son Travis, and Travis has been helping get this thing organized. He's my son. He's an attorney in with us, and a lot of the things you'll be seeing and doing behind the scenes, he was the one that figured it out and got it going. So
everybody who's riding where and when, and
yeah, he's doing a lot of that. And today, later in Carlin, I'll introduce you to
Okay, I really don't want to interrupt, but for everybody out there who's watching, as we're losing viewers, it's, you know, HTP's doing this on his phone, so you have to bear with us.
All right, sir. What was your name again? Gerber. Okay, I couldn't remember from this one time. Chuck. How you doing? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we don't delay you. Yeah, well, it's cool still. Did you hear most of that, Neil?
Actually, no. We started to, and then for some reason your mic cut out.
Yeah, I don't know the deal, but he just explained to everybody who they are. There's a gentleman. He introduced everybody. Did you catch their names? His son Travis is the one in the black hat, the younger gentleman.
Yeah, he's a lawyer, right? And then the mule skinner.
Yeah, the mule skinner here. So he's doing the logistics, and he's got all the equipment. Can I go off here for you, take a couple pictures, and I'll meet up with you again when I get back in the vehicle? How's that?
Sure, that's great. You take the pictures. I'll keep it running while you.
Back on in a minute.
Hey, thanks. No problem, buddy. I'll talk to you in a few. All right, guys. So I know there's only 7 of you out there, and you know, we haven't had a greatest start to this, just because by virtue of him using his phone. So you have to bear with us. But the thing is, with this this ride, we're only going to see, it looks like 2 to 3 people actually doing any riding at this point. But it's kind of like a Pony Express thing. They're going to be riding until Friday, because they're riding from Elko to Carson City by horsepower. So it's going to take until Friday. And they're doing it through small groups. This is the beginning. And what they're going to do is they're taking a petition down to the governor to try and get the state okay to go out and graze their cattle that they have done for generations, right? And the BLM and the federal government are stopping it. They're telling them no, they can't even get to private land, because being it's an open range situation, it's surrounded by BLM land, so they're not even giving them the right of way to their private grassland that people own. So the fight continues, people, here at the Green Dragon and all over the damn country, okay, for fighting against the overreach of the federal government. And we have to keep doing these kind of fights, these kind of protests. Why? Because we really, nobody really wants a second revolution. As we talk about all the time on the Dragon, that, we see it coming, but none of us, even Tony, wants it. We don't want bloodshed. We don't want death and destruction, because it's not going to be this glorified stuff, And these are the ways that we can continue to fight against the tyranny that we see every single day. And this is another one of the ways to be able to do it. They're going to follow the legal, legitimate routes, whatever, first, and then when they have to take drastic measures, we will. We're Americans. We're going to try and do it the right way first, and then when you force our hand at it, we are going to get the job done whatever way it takes. So, and that's what HDP's out there doing right now. He's taking the time away from his family here on Memorial Day, where he should be barbecuing with his, wife and kids. He's out there showing us, true patriotism and true citizen journalism. As you saw out there when he was talking to everybody, as they were setting everything up, there's nobody else is paying attention to this. People should be. This is an American way of life being sacrificed for what? This is our food production, being sacrificed for what? To make it more of a corporate thing? So they're trying to kill more of the smaller, right? Because no ranch is really small. But the smaller ranches, right? And they're trying to do away with what? Local food production for Nevada? I don't know if anybody understands why the government's doing these kind of crap in states all over the West, right? Because here we are watching HDP out in Nevada, and for those of you that are just joining us, it's not just me. HDP was just on. He's got to go to his vehicle, and he's going to hop back in to be able to explain to us a little better and to repeat some of the stuff that they have said, because while he was trying to share it with us, his mic wasn't doing all that great on his phone. So, but we're all new at this news program kind of crap. So, but we are doing our best. Now this is going to be a ride until Friday. So HCP is going to be out there on the first leg of the ride today that he's going to be sharing with us. And then when they get closer to Reno and Carson City and stuff like that, so I'm thinking we're probably going to be able to pick it up about Thursday with at least a short report or something from Rebel and or HDP. HDP said he's going to try and make it to when they reach the Capitol on Friday. And if not him, maybe Rebel. Because the closer they get to home, well, to Rebel and HDP's home and to the governor's mansion, hopefully by then we can help draw more attention to their cause, so that way more and more people will awaken to what's going on and help support them the way people did the Bundys. Now, it's not the same kind of thing. Right, exactly. There's not the, not the BLM drawing down on these cowboys as of yet. But we'll see what happens if their grievance isn't addressed by the governor, because they're saying that if their grievance is not met on Friday and discussed, and their cattle being able to go out into that grassland to feed, that they're going to have to take drastic measures, okay? And what is that going to mean? Is that going to mean, bringing their cattle out to that private grassland in the middle of, well, that's surrounded by the BLM land, or just allowing their cattle to go out and open graze? But as we've seen here lately, the government doesn't give a fuck about addressing anybody's grievances any longer. They just don't care. They want the water rights, they want the mineral rights of land, and it seems like, now I'm only saying it seems like, but it really does, that they want to shut down most privately owned ranches and herds down in this country, it seems like at this point. You know? I mean, especially ones that graze on what used to be called public lands, but what are now being called, at least from the way I interpret it, is government-owned land, right? But that just goes to show us these days how the government is not the public. The government, I'm tired, it's an entity unto itself at this point. You know, it's not the public, no matter how much they try and claim they are. Anyway, I gotta take a breath. Now I see why they put commercials on shit. Oh, and we're being sponsored by Rebel Solutions Custom Painting. Check him out. He'll custom paint mags for you. And give him a chance to learn how to paint guns. He'll paint them too. Anyway, good morning. Let me do some shout outs while I'm here trying to figure out how to spread the good news. I'll do some shout outs. All right. We already have our first thumbs down. Man, gotta love the trolls. They hang in for the long run. You know, they come out early in the morning. What's up, Joel Sweatman? Good morning, Jen. Nice to see you. Kevin Stoll. How you doing? Joel's Quantum Heart Logic. How you doing, buddy? Great to see you out there. Derek Ward. Thanks for joining us. And my man SKS Hugo. He was the first one in. Thanks, SKS. Let me read some of these comments. Doubt the governor will do anything about this because you would think he would have already. You're right, but just because they don't do the right thing doesn't mean we should. You know, there's another Illini that it's funny. His video dropped at like 2 a.m. our time, but his name is K-Goat. And he brings up a lot of good points, you know, and the fact that we have to do everything we possibly can in the correct ways, the First Amendment ways of addressing things, the grievances we have against our government before we can take that Second Amendment option. You know, we shouldn't wish for a bloody, deadly revolution. We should wish for the addressment of our grievances through our government and getting satisfaction by doing so. We haven't seen that in the United States in a long time. But just because we haven't seen it doesn't mean we can't keep striving for it. Right? We have to strive for the best. So. Right, Jenny? I do. I need some dang commercial breaks or something. But, you know, we're not a news organization. We're a bunch, you know, HDP's, you know, a healthcare worker. I'm an unemployed construction worker. We're not news people. So, and that segment was brought to you from Jenny from Illinois. And catch her, you know, the news in Illinois, which I didn't see. Did you have a new one up this week? She does a summary of what's going on in Illinois every week, besides having her own chats and putting out good content on her channel. So, go check her out. Anyway, guys, we will do the best we can and get it done as best we can. I'm about to text HCP and say, what's going on? I'd invite some of the regulars, but, you know, the funny thing is everybody's asleep because we did last night's chat. and everybody's asleep. I think just me and HTP actually stayed up all night. So everybody else knocked out after sliding into a drunk chat last night. Luckily, we're all human and we're all fallible. But I will tell you that a couple of hours from now, funny thing is everybody's asleep as we did last night. A couple of hours from now, we'll be there where they reach their first destination of the ride, and we'll probably be starting to pack up again if we shut it down for a little while. So periodically, like I said, over the next few days, besides our regular chats and our freaky off-the-wall impromptu chats, we're going to be holding these, doing updates on what's going on with the Carson City run, with the Cowboy ride. And, once they get there, hopefully, like I said, we'll be able to have a little better coverage of them handing over their grievances to the governor or whomever there is there to accept them. If anybody is, the way the government works these days is unless you're a bigger protest or one that they want to pay attention to, they basically ignore you. Now, the older gentleman who is leading today's ride is one of the county commissioners for the area that they're talking about, trying to get this land released back to the state or given back to the state, or however it works in Nevada. But this kind of thing is happening in Utah. It's happening in New Mexico. It's happening in Texas and Oklahoma. It's happening in Arizona. The federal government is snatching up land, and in doing so, also snatching up private land for whatever reason they're doing it. They're killing the cattle industry out there, out west, or portions of it, right? And remember during the Bundy Ranch, the Bundys are the last ranchers out there in Bunkerville. Out of 52 ranchers that were out there 30 years ago, they're the last ones. And it's something that we shouldn't let die. I mean, the American cowboy, we take part of our national spirit from that. We get it, understanding the complexities and the whole of it, but we still take a large portion of our national identity from the rugged individualism that the cowboy shows. So to stand there and watch our government destroy that way of life is a crime. So, oh man, this doing it solo. I got my morning DJ. Hi, welcome to the Green Dragon morning in traffic. I'm crappy at morning radio, aren't I? We'd be a crappy zoo. Wah, wah. Right? I need my funny comic there and my serious news reader. Oh, was it I banging trash can lids at 4:30 this morning? I don't know, man. I gotta tell you, sometimes it feels like we're the Newtown Criers, doesn't it? We're not all Paul Revere's, but it definitely feels like we're the only ones getting the news out. Not us in particular, but the internet, the alternate media are the only ones that are trying to wake people up to these stories that the mass media is hiding. The propaganda machine of the 5 companies of the United States that control all our media. All our media, think about that. 5 companies in reality control all the radio, all the television, cable networks, and newspapers. 5 people. 5 corporations. that oversee all the information that gets handed around the mainstream media in the United States. That's a dangerous thing. It truly is, especially as corrupt as we are these days. That's a super dangerous thing. And only 10 years ago, there was at least, what was it? Somebody had made a video and explained it was like 12 or more media outlets. And when you go back to when I was a kid growing up, there was 80 different organizations had a piece of the pie for the mainstream media. And that's why they were able to keep each other in check. Well, what's up, HTP? I see you're out.
All right, yeah. They're just trotting it out, as you can see. Moving out of town, they got the sheriff's blocking off some traffic and whatnot, what little there is today, this early in the morning.
Right, and that's the thing. I mean, they're not going to be doing the long ride today, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason, right? But we'll get a little bit here and there. I mean, how about we'll do them until they get out of town here, and then we can pick it back up when they get to Carlin. So.
And how long do you figure that'll take?
About a half hour to get out of town, and then they're not going to get to Carlin until probably closer to noon. It's 20 miles, so.
All right, cool. So yeah, we'll follow them with HDP till they get out of town, and maybe HDP can explain a little more as he's driving what they had said that we couldn't hear.
Yeah, he was just really doing the introductions and everything. Showing everybody was, explaining the cause, and how they were just exercising the First Amendment right, and how that all fit together, you know, with all the different events they've done so far with petition and using the media and the press when they did their drive through the actual grassland. Wednesday, and it was just about getting all that out and to be free men again. He talked about the rights to the land and the water, and how that was belonged to the people, and the federal government was shutting it down, or the BLM and these basically people who were unelected officials and whatnot. He could say it a lot better than I could. I mean, he obviously is, but the way he did it was very similar to what we heard at Bundy Ranch, you know, with using the Constitution and the rights of people and free men and everything. It was very similar rhetoric, I guess you could, if you use rhetoric in the purest way, you know.
Yeah, I do, and it's awesome to watch. And we're also getting to see, anybody who watches this, there are people out there supporting other people driving by. There's even people stopping on their, stopping or getting up this early in the morning on a supposed holiday, right? Being out there to support them. So I just think that's awesome. It looks like they're almost able to get off road, huh?
They're staying wide of the shoulder. We're down by the airport right now, so this comes out. But yeah, once you get to the end of the airport, we're pretty much out of town.
Cool. So just to wrap it up this morning, the original riders starting this ride out. These are the guys that he's following right now, and we're gonna stick with them until they get out of town, and HTP will do a little bit of a wrap up, and then we'll pick this up. I'm gonna start it up again around. You said around noon your time, HTP.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect me to. I won't send you a message anytime before that. I mean, they had said it could be as late as 2, but I think that kind of depends on conditions and everything. They do have a change of mounts, so they'll have the ability to get fresh horses So they'll be able to keep the pace pretty good.
Good deal. So we will definitely be starting this back up as soon as HTP gives me the call, and that'll be sometime around 3 Eastern, 2 Central, and because you'll be sparking it up at about noon Pacific time, right?
Yep.
So anybody we have 10 viewers in right now. Hopefully we'll have a bigger one for this afternoon. But this is kind of the direction, besides drunk chats, that we're going to be taking the dragon in with the citizen journalist. You know, and this is HTP has been great for doing it here and at the Bundy Ranch. So, and hopefully we can get people at every one of them. And hell, if I got to spend my mornings and my nights doing this to help get the word out, that's what we'll do. You know?
Yeah, it's really sad, unfortunate, disgusting. I don't know how you want to say it. That, even the local paper wasn't here. I guess he'll probably forward his pictures he has to the paper. I guess the gentleman, the Native American that's with us, Daniel, he does an article, so he might post something in their local paper with an article he does. But yeah, you would hope there'd be a little more attention to it. But again, he did say it was in the Wall Street Journal this morning, so go check that out. And hopefully get some more word out and spread the cause. And I want to clarify something while we're still on air here. This gentleman and his son, they're going to ride to Carlin, and again, 15 more miles after that before they hand off to Battle Mountain. I think I kind of disappointed him when I told him I wasn't going all the way to Battle Mountain. He was kind of disappointed in that, but I guess he was glad to see anybody, I think, more than somebody he already knew was part of the organization.
Right, and maybe when you get a chance to stop and talk to him a little better one time or another, you'll be able to explain that we're really not a news organization. You're not a newsman, you're a citizen newsman.
Oh, right, and I explained that. I was like, he's like, are you with media or whatever? No, we're just concerned citizens. Yeah, I told him that. Yeah, because he asked kind of like, were you with the paper? What's the deal? And I told him I was from Carson City, and he's like, I guess he was happy to hear that.
Cool, and it gives me even more incentive to follow through with what Riddle Girl had said and start getting that, a purpose out there, figuring out what our purpose really is going to be, and maybe trying to get us credentialed up as citizen journalists, as alternative media. So. It'd be nice to be able to give you guys credentials to let you be able to, really show up as citizen press.
Right. I don't think we'll make it too official, though. Our heads will get too big if we start doing something like that.
Well, you know what? We're a bunch of knuckleheads, so our heads getting too big wouldn't be too easy to pop it. One drunk chat with Tony would take away all that credibility.
Right. Yeah, they're going at a pretty good gallop right now.
I see that. That's pretty cool, actually. Are you getting it on your GoPro, too?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, just like anything, it's going to be pretty pieced together depending on tidbits of here and there and what we get.
Well, I hope we can too, and I'll hopefully have a link for that Wall Street Journal article this afternoon when we do the check-in, so more people can start disseminating the information.
Yeah. When we get on that move, that'll be a different link, right? That'll be a different Hangout totally.
Yeah, I'll just start up a new one. I won't leave this one running all day.
Okay.
So, well, guys, you know what? I'm going to go crash for a couple of hours. and we are outside of town, and that'll give HDP a chance to do what catching up he needs to do. So are you going to follow him all the way, HD?
Yeah, to Carlin. Yeah, we're going to follow him all the way to Carlin. I'll probably just be doing snippets on my channel here and there. Mule, what you might want to do is post this to the Stay on Battle Mountain Facebook page as well. The chat, once you get it uploaded or whatever, however that works. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They have a Facebook page for Battle Mountain?
Stand with Battle Mountain, yeah, there's a Facebook page.
Okay, I'll go check that out after I shut this down, and once it uploads, well, actually, I can grab the link beforehand, and I'll just put it out there on the Battle Mountain Facebook page. So go check that out, too. Go check out the Battle Mountain Facebook's page, and give them a like, and we'll try and post some of the Green Dragon updates there, too. So, and this way it'll help you find out more information for yourselves, the 10 people that are out there. So that way we can all be on the same page, and hopefully we can bring some attention to this from all over the country, so that way they can make a bigger noise. You want to do any shout-outs, HD, before I shout out the room and then close it down?
No, really, just these gentlemen that are out here doing what's necessary to bring attention to their cause, They're the ones that are doing all the hard work. They're the ones that had to put it all together and, giving up their free time and really have had to deal with the government in a way that a lot of us don't understand when the federal government comes in and tries to take away your livelihood. Most of us don't know what that's like.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? And it seems to be happening all over the West these days to families that have been generationally doing the same job. So, well, dang, your camera just got a bunch clearer. We can see all the bugs on your windshield.
The sun's coming up behind me, so the light's getting a lot better, probably.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, guys, well, I'm going to take this off air. I'm going to talk to HTP for a few minutes, and then we'll talk to the rest of you guys. Like I said, it's going to be around 3 Eastern, around 2 Central. That means 1 Mountain and noon Pacific. So check back in if you guys are in the mood, if you're not, if you want to show support or whatever. And I'm going to put this link to this particular chat over on the Battle Mountain Facebook page. So we'll catch you guys in a couple of hours. You want to say goodbye to everybody, HD?
Hey, thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully share the link, get more understanding of what's going on.
All right, so we'll see you guys in a couple of hours. Thanks for showing up with us so early on a Monday morning. And believe me, it's a shocker for us that we're up this early too. So just think, HDP's not going to get his burpees done till 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, I'm delinquent from yesterday anyway. I'm 40 short from yesterday.
Have to be the taskmaster.
I'm in debt already, so I don't know what I'm going to do.
Got to whip yourself in shape, buddy. All right, we'll talk to you guys later out there, and we'll see you hopefully around noon Pacific time.